Here's an interesting story I wanted to discuss with you, Brianna, get your take. So Gmail is launching a pilot program to keep campaign emails in your inbox, to stop them from going to spam. The reason is that Republicans have been complaining for a while now. This has come up at some of the big tech hearings when they've had the big tech CEOs asking questions. It's come up. Some Congress people have asked, particularly Republicans, why do my campaign ads keep going to spam? Why are you doing this? Why are you censoring us? Why are you silencing us? And it looks to be the case from this article, from reporting that yes, the Republican campaign ads much more likely to go to spam.
50% more likely.
50%, which is huge. But here's don't ever yell at me. Don't accuse me of being shilling for Google or pro-censorship or something. But maybe the Republican ads are more spammy. Maybe they're more desperate in tone, like send us money, suggesting some kind of something approaching a swindle or a scam, like you got to send us money right now, or Antifa is going to be marching to your families to turn them transgender or something. I don't know. You can imagine what I'm talking about. Yeah. Also, secondly, spam is, in my view, the spam folder is the correct place for all political advertising. So if there's a censorship issue, if there's a bias issue, let's solve it by sending all of this junk to the spam folder. I'm a political journalist, and I would love to consume 95% less political fundraising emails. If I want 95% less of it, I have to imagine the American people send that stuff to spam. Yeah,
the optics of the GOP saying, we're going to make an issue out of getting more emails in the inboxes of the American people is a little bit suspect. I've often joked, any politician who wants to run on getting rid of Comcast and all of these service providers and robo-dialing and all the things that make our life problematic in small ways, they would win by a landslide. So this is a weird kind of optical thing. But I think substantively there's a real case to be made here. If Google has the ability to treat all of the political emails equally and send them all to the spam folder, I think that would be a ready solution.
A separate tab, right? Right now I have the primary where the quote unquote important emails show up, even though 98% of them are not important, and then the promotions one where I get ads.
So you want to have a dedicated political folder on the side.
Yeah, and then the weird notifications I don't need from Twitter, and then we put the political ones.
The problem is that obviously Google is having trouble distinguishing or treating rather Republican and Democratic political emails the same way. So even if you had another folder, that wouldn't get rid of the problem if they're unable at this point to decide or identify what is in fact a political email. So is this a case of saying all political emails, they have to generally relax the qualifications for what gets sent into spam folder and put fewer things in spam? Or is this one of those issues where Republicans have to introspect a little bit and figure out how to simply do their messaging differently so that it doesn't provoke the spam filter?
Google had to ask the FEC. They wanted to make sure that if we do this, are we doing something that violates some election law, some campaign finance law? And so they had to. So the FEC put it to there was a comment period for this policy essentially. The comments were just overwhelmingly no, why would you do this? Here's some of them. Absolutely not. This is a terrible idea that would open the floodgates to even more spammy and abusive political advertisements. No. To say that I have a low opinion of this idea would be understatement taken to an extreme. Please reject it. I will quit email altogether. My mental health is at stake.
It really has gotten bad. It is in the olden days, it was the calls you would get on the landline during dinner that were the plague of the American household. Now it does feel like it's these kind of messages. I get more texts from people asking me to give to Raphael Warnock's campaign or from Beto O'Rourke than I do from anybody that I know and love.
I know. Texts and getting texts you don't want, that's an attack. A call is a hate crime, and I should be directed to the proper federal authorities. I'm kidding, but look, we want to make people's lives less annoying. Technology is a good thing in a lot of ways, but why give people more ability to customize their own experience on social media, on email, on other places? That is the big tech solution. Instead of having these difficult issues litigated either by the government or by very large private corporate actors, they just devolve it to the user for what kind of experience they want. And if you want to be flooded with really obnoxious, apocalyptic rhetoric style campaign ads. No one does. But if you do, go ahead.
But in defense of the GOP, isn't the argument that people are not able to make this choice and elect in or out because that choice is being made for them by Google?
So that's the feature I would like to see Google pilot. Like, let's pilot that feature, which give people more control over their inbox.
So isn't that basically saying everything comes to the inbox and you just have to personally make the choice of what is and is not spam?
Well, you can do that right now. You can add the spam label to a bunch of things.
No, but I'm saying that is the problem here, that GOP spam or GOP political emails, more so than Democratic political emails, are being automatically flagged as spam.
Right.
So, like, how do you correct for that without, if it's really about people making choices and like affirmatively identifying things as spam on their own? Then you have to basically say we're going to let more into the main inbox and let people have to have that be their independent responsibility, or you figure out a way to also grab more Democratic emails and put them in spam. But it's not clear, to your point about how the emails are structured, that they can even do that.
Yeah.
If it really is a substantive difference between the two styles of emails, which, is this one of those things where it's like the marketplace of Gmail? Republicans just have to figure out how to draft their emails differently so that they don't get caught up by the filter.
I once saw a cartoon talking about 20 years ago, getting a letter in the mail. It's like, oh, more crap in the mail. An email, how interesting. Now it's the opposite. It's like, a letter in the mail. Oh, another email. All right, well, tomorrow on Rising, we're going to continue obviously following this migrant busing saga and much more.
So be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss any content. And those of you who like to listen on the go, like me, can listen in podcast format anywhere you get your podcast. And you can also catch us on the Plex TV app. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody.